Well, Fani gets to stay, Wade has to go, and Judge McAfee is a gutless, spineless, fraudulent jurist.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. Somebody with the top of the line.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. This is the Afternoon Drive. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That'll give you a notification of my rants, my ravings, and my 100% flawless reasonings. Hey, thank you for watching. Make sure that you like and then share this video to your social media platforms. That's how we get the word out that we're here. That's how we grow our audience. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. I haven't been able to do monologues for the past couple of days. I've been busy, but I got a little concerned, and I thought that some within the conservative movement were taking premature little victory laps when this judge came out a couple of days ago and he dismissed 6 of the counts against Donald Trump in the Georgia case. When I saw that, the New York part of my personality kicked into gear and said, oh, this is actually not good. He's getting ready to launch the big decision where he's going to tell us Fani gets to stay. But hey, it's not because I personally am a Democrat. It's not because I actually clerked under her and even financially contributed to her campaign, and that at one time I was her subordinate and I feel like I owe her one. It's not because I've got a challenger coming against me now here in Fulton County who is running on a civil rights platform and inferring that if I were to remove Fani, that would make me a racist and a bigot. No, nay. I'm not an insecure white liberal like that. No. See, I'm a jurist and I'm fair, and I'm showing you that there were some things that they wanted to charge Donald Trump with that I've said, no, can't do that. But Fani gets to stay. I knew that was the setup for this. I just instinctively knew it. I wanted to be able to make a video talking about that. I just didn't have the time. And this morning, the big flash headline, McAfee is going to allow Fani to stay if she fires Wade. Well, of course she's going to fire Wade. This whole woman is nothing but a narcissistic opportunist who will throw anyone under the bus for her own advancement. And so Wade is toast history. There's a part of them, that they're going whew, and high-fiving each other privately, that they aren't not only removed from the case, but disbarred for illegal criminal activity, because that's what this is. Do you understand that there are people on death row on far less evidence than what we have here? When the judge says things like, well, yes, there were texts and pings on his phone that we knew that he was at her house from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m., but they could have been playing Scrabble, just having a conversation. We don't know that they were engaged in sexual activity. So in other words, what this judge was saying, that unless these two absolutely admitted under oath, or you had photographic video evidence, he wasn't going to consider anything. Now, he did say that there is certainly enough here that if this legal team stays in place, reasonable people would look at Fani, would look at Wade and say, I don't know about this. So we're going to remove Wade from the picture. If you fire him, Fani, you get to stay. She perjured herself in your courtroom, and you know that, Your Honor. He perjured himself in your courtroom, and you know that, Your Honor. Bradley, the attorney in the loop who knew it all and wanted to spill it all, who then had memory relapses and can't recall, and maybe he was just speculating, perjured himself in your courtroom, Your Honor. You're a useless tool. You're not a jurist. You're certainly not in any way upholding the standard of law here. About a week ago, you gave a radio interview, and in that interview, you said that your determination, because you've already rough outlined what you were going to do here, has nothing to do with the fact that you now have a challenger for your judgeship. It has nothing to do with that. You were thinking this before. When I heard you say that on the radio, I knew he's getting ready to let us know he's going to keep Fani. But this is the part that gets me. And Judge, I really hope you do watch this. I hope somebody sends you this link, and I hope you see this. And I want you to hear me clearly. I hope someday your kids find this video and others like it so they can understand what an absolute dishonest, spineless, bought and paid for political hack you actually are, that you are not in any way an honorable man. You are a dishonorable man, and I hope your children never obey you. And I hope beyond hope that they do something that absolutely proves to you they have no respect for your authority, for your leadership, because you certainly don't deserve any. This is not about Trump versus Fani, Republican versus Democrat. It's about right versus wrong here, Your Honor. This is about the law and the appearance. And in this world right now, which is literally ripping and dividing itself, you had an opportunity here, and you can see it. Everyone sees it. I'm listening to liberal people talk right now like, wait, what just happened? No way. Everybody knows that Fat Fani profited financially. She hires her boyfriend, pays him $600,000, and then benefits by travel and luxury vacations. And you just don't see it? The prosecutor, they really didn't prove it. Well, did she prove that she actually paid the money back? Because I want to tell you, the IRS isn't going to just simply take her word for it that she pays in cash and doesn't keep receipts, that he pays in cash and doesn't keep receipts. Are you kidding me? If this was anybody else, we know exactly how you would find. I know, you've got to live in Fulton County, which went 75% for Joe Biden. We get it. And you're a typical white liberal, which means you're a wimp, and you're gutless, and you won't do the right thing. You do the expedient thing. I want to be able to look at my children and tell them I did the right thing. Well, you didn't. So you're lying to your children if that's what you're telling them. Kids, your daddy's a liar. Shameful. Disgraceful. Other legal experts are, of course, going to weigh into this and delve into this. And, even the ones that are trying to be gracious and trying to, especially if they hold your political ideology and they want to take this victory lap, even they're saying, wow, there's some real twisting and turning of things here. You think? There are people doing time in prison that were held to a lower standard, because basically what you're saying here is, unless you actually saw them in bed together when they were lying to you in your courtroom, no, he's never been to my place. Never been there. That was the standard. I would like to hope that the state of Georgia itself steps in here and not only deals with Willie and Wade for their fraud, absolute fraud and perjury in your courtroom. Fani sitting there acting all indignant and arrogant. You know why? She knew how you were going to find, because she knew that in Fulton County you wouldn't dare make a legal decision against a black woman, or she would make your life a living hell. And you knew it too, because you're a cuck. You're not a judge, you're a cuck. You cucked for fat Fani Willis. Sad. Typical, but still it's sad. Because that's what the so-called two-tier justice system in this country has degraded itself to. If the whole court case here, Donald Trump made a phone call to the Attorney General of Georgia and said, find me those votes, then why isn't George W. Bush sitting in a jail cell right now? Because he did the same thing to his brother, Governor Jeb Bush of Florida. Remember when Al Gore beat him? And he said, find me the votes. And we had hanging Chads and dimpled Chads and that whole fiasco that the country was dragged through. I personally think Al Gore won that election. But we'll never know, will we? Because George W. was in bed up to his eyeballs with the political establishment and the swamp, and they wanted him because of the pro-war, and they knew the kind of money they were going to make, etc., etc., etc. Al Gore was a nice stooge, and he would have been compliant, but they certainly were going to. The military-industrial complex was going to do much better under George W. Bush than Al Gore. So Al Gore got it. They don't want Trump to get it because Trump doesn't play nice with the military-industrial complex. And Judge, all you have proven is that Donald Trump in any of these court cases cannot get a fair hearing. The only thing that we can hope moving forward, two things. One, that the jury pool in Fulton County has seen all this and that they are disgusted by it. Especially, and I'm not even thinking about, I just got to get enough people of color on there and it'll be okay because they'll side with Fani. Unless they've had relatives or friends that have been on the receiving end of Fani's prosecution. Bump, ba-dum, bump. See, I don't think Fat Fani's all that well liked in Fulton County. And now she has shown herself for what she is. She lied to you. Lied in your courtroom. Perjured herself. And you've just proven you're neutered. There's not a thing you can do about it. Unless I was hauled before you in your court. Oh, well, there would be no problem there. Then would there, Judge? Shameful, shameful, absolutely shameful.